Hello everybody, and welcome to the second iteration of Little Science!
With supervision.
With supervision. Because I made the mistake of saying something about what your caregiver doesn't know won't hurt them. And now I have supervision. Yay! What's this doing here? Get this out of the way. Okay, today we are making, as promised, can you guess what it is? Do you remember what I said that we were going to make? What are we making, Daddy?
A volcano!
Yay, a volcano! So he says, I'd like to help you with your little science videos. And I said, oh, okay, that's very exciting. And I said, we're going to make a volcano. And he goes, oh, yeah, we can make a volcano, but like, other science too, right? And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I guess. We can put a bouncer, an egg in vinegar and turn it into a bouncy ball. And the light just left his eyes. I think he likes real science. Oh, speaking of real science, you know how I said in the last video that I would wear my big sciencey glasses and get a lab coat? Well, it's not a lab coat. It's an old white shirt that I had in the cupboard that doesn't fit anymore. But it's good enough as an interim lab coat. So you would have seen I popped up on the screen all of the things that you're going to need. And yeah, we're gonna get stuck into this. We're making the volcano body out of paper mache, and then that's gonna need a little while to dry, but then we'll paint it and everything, and then we'll make it explode. Woo! Alright, get keen. Yeah, we don't do things super professionally around here. You'll learn. Daddy is now an employee of AbsoluteLunacy Industries Incorporated. You'll get used to the way we do things, son. Very soon, I promise.
Uh-huh.
So we're cutting this box in half because the base did not need to be that big. I don't know why I put the whole bit of cardboard there. And then we're going to stick that there. What do you think about the height?
I think it's very tall.
Like too tall?
I think it's too tall.
But if we cut it, then the hole is going to be huge.
But you want the narrow hole being at the top.
Yeah, so I'll cut it in half and then have this as the top, you mean?
Yeah.
But then where does all of the... It's not going to be watertight inside the paper mache. You need to have the bottom of the bottle so that it doesn't make the paper mache go...
You could basically put the bottom of the bottle inside the bottle.
Alright, you're the big man.
Do you want me to do the cutting?
Yeah.
Knife things. So, like, maybe cut there.
Yeah. That's a good
Or, actually, I'm going to cut here where it's at its thinnest.
So he's getting mad at me for being unsafe with scissors, but if you guys could see right now, your hair would turn white like a ghost or an old lady. He's got the bottle balanced on his lap.
I do not.
Well, he doesn't anymore. It was on his lap and now it's on the floor, but he's cutting into it with a knife on his Leatherman.
That didn't work.
Can we show the camera? Yep. Science. Wait, should we do this properly? Like, what is your hypothesis?
Well, you're the one who has to have the hypothesis.
My hypothesis is that volcanoes are fun.
Like, you're not wrong.
What else do science people need?
So, you should do an overview of the scientific method.
We're gonna make a volcano with paper mache. That's the method. This whole thing is the overview of the method. You're gonna see the method in a live action format.
But not like the method of your experiment, like the scientific method.
I didn't do science in high school. I think we might need a new bottle. I'm gonna go get a new bottle. I have an idea. Can I borrow it? This is my idea. need to get a table covering that isn't a drop sheet. Hi, Peppy. No! You're not part of the science. There you go. Can I have my table back? You're putting hair everywhere. Off. Good girl. Yay! You did it. Good job.
So you've now got a very short bottle that will work better, and you just need to wrap around it with sticky tape. And it should be, mostly, watertight, I think.
Cool. Ooh, somebody left a drink here. Max. Does anybody like sugar-free soft drink? Right?
Yes.
Okay, you count, but you don't count for this question, because I know you do. But if you guys like sugar-free soft drink, write in the comments and tell me why. There's only like maybe 2 sugar-free soft drinks that I actually enjoy. Do you want to know what they are? Oh,
What are they?
Can you guess what they are?
You like Diane Brew when you're in Scotland.
Well, that was just because that's all you can get in Scotland.
Well, you can also get normal Iron Brew.
Yeah, but it's more expensive! Wait, no, normal Iron Brew is still half sweetener and half sugar. Yay! I did it. Alright, so just like a whole bunch of sticky tape?
Yeah, just like mummify it.
Okay. Is it mummified?
I'd say that's pretty well done.
Yay! Okay. This bottle is so cute. Imagine if soft drink bottles were like this all the time. This is how I'm imagining it. Can I walk you through my process?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to construct a sort of like frame, a primary frame for the volcano. So here's what I'm envisioning.
I mean, now you've just made a bottle with a cape.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. But do you see what I'm trying to do? Do you reckon it'll work?
Maybe. For maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Like, it might.
That's good enough for me.
So, while you're doing that, we're gonna work through your whole scientific method biz.
Okay.
So, what is the question behind your
Our
experiment?
volcano is fun.
Our volcano is fun. What is your hypothesis?
Yes. They're very fun.
So, is your hypothesis is like that if you build a volcano, you will have fun.
Yeah.
So what is your prediction?
That I'm gonna have fun.
Okay, so your hypothesis is you're testing the link between building a volcano and having fun, and your prediction is that building a volcano is going to be fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And how are you doing your test?
I'm making the volcano,
Yeah.
and every 10 minutes I'm going to check in with myself and find out if I'm still having fun.
Okay.
And
And I suppose we're doing a secondary experiment as well. Which is like, is our volcanoes fun to watch?
yes, yes.
Because viewers.
Is it fun? Volcano times, you guys? I'm worried that these supporty bits.
They're not going to support much.
Cardboard?
What I would do is make some balls of paper, like paper mache balls,
Okay.
and use them to build up.
You're a smart lad.
Like,
This is why Daddy's here. He's smart.
you have your slope, but I don't think that's going to do much.
Okay. Hi! Hi! Okay, so we got some water in this bowl, and we're gonna put glue in the water. And that's how you make paper mache.
How much glue?
Until the mix looks right.
So about half water, half glue.
Hmm.
Do you need a hand with the lid?
I got it. Thank you, though. Ooh. Oh, this hurts my hands.
Why didn't you just screw the lid off? Good science.
Hello, kitty. How goopy do you reckon the water needs to be? Aw, buddy. It's glue. I don't think you'll like it. Okay, so we're gonna go.
So I would take a whole sheet of paper and scrunch it up. Because you want a pretty big ball. Like pretty big ones around the base. And then just get it all kinds of wet and goopy.
Blop.
And potentially move the cat.
The slopes need to come off, says Daddy. This is like that awesome show.
What show?
This is an art attack. This is an art attack.
Oh, Captain Mullet.
This is Captain Mullet. Bow, bow, bow. Daddy knows that the art attack guy's name.
Neil Buchanan.
And that blows my mind. Like, I had no idea what his name was.
Doesn't he have a band?
Does he have a band?
I think he has a band.
Is it called the Art Attack?
No.
Oh, because he has other things in his life.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neil Buchanan. You probably won't ever see this. In fact, I hope that you don't see this. Because if he did, he'd be sitting there going, "Ah, what is she doing? Ah!"
I mean, Neil Buchanan probably did a Volcano at some point in time. On Art Attack.
Yeah, like I bet he did.
Like, we could just go watch that.
Like, you guys could all probably just go watch that instead of this.
But you probably shouldn't.
No.
Because we're sick.
We're sick? Yeah, we are. It's true. This would go a lot faster if you helped too.
It would, but then I would have glue on my hands, and that's what littles are for.
Yeah. Daddy makes an excellent point.
Why wear gloves when you can have a little? So I reckon you want to be kind of mashing your orbs together.
Okay. Stick together, orbs.
And you could do some that are like thin, like long ropes
Yeah.
to go around
Yeah.
to sort of join various blobs together.
Daddy's very good at volcano making. You never would have guessed that he seemed so disappointed at the idea of making a volcano.
Are you going to paint it all with like poster paint once it's done?
Mm-hmm. Brown and then red around the top. And then green on the cardboard. For trees. We can pretend to be... What's the volcano's name? Like, all volcanoes need good names. The one in Vanuatu is called Mount Yasur. That's the only volcano I know. What are some other volcanoes that you guys know? That one in Canada that, no, that's a mountain that broke in half. Daddy, what's another volcano?
Yellowstone.
Isn't that a national park?
It's a national park, but it's also like a super volcano.
Cool.
It's like a range of volcanoes, I think. Like, it's not just one volcano, it's many.
Cool. Like those two volcanoes in that movie that merge together and love each other.
Lava. You got like Vesuvius.
Yep.
You got that one in the Philippines that exploded recently.
Yep. What about Pompeii?
Pompeii. That's Vesuvius.
Oh, okay.
I
Krakatoa.
think Krakatoa. Krakatoa always makes me think of
Spicy things.
no, that place in America where the entire town disappeared.
Oh god.
No, it's just like this, like
Croatoan.
Croatoan, yeah,
Roanoke.
Roanoke. This town just kind of went oof, and then was gone.
Spooky. There's also that town in America that's a ghost town because there's a fire under the streets.
A fire under the streets.
Yeah, I think there was a mine or something under the town that caught on fire, and it's so deep and so expansive that that they never managed to put it out, and it
That happens quite a lot, actually.
and it destroyed the town.
Like there's that place in, I think it's Russia,
Yeah,
or near Russia,
yeah.
that's the same, where they had this basically sinkhole that collapsed out of town, and it started leaking natural gas.
Oh dear.
And they were like, hey, we don't want that going over to the town, and so they set it on fire. And then there's just been this hole in the ground that's been burning for like 50 years.
Spooky.
And people were like, it's the entrance to hell. It's just a burny hole.
Just a bony hole.
I think your paper might need to be wetter. Maybe not that wet. I figured this would be easier than using the pouring spout from your thing. That should probably keep you going for a while.
Thank you. Daddy does woodwork and stuff. You guys should bug him in the comments and maybe he'll do a woodworking thing with us one time.
What would you want to make?
Leave
it in the comments.
Yeah.
Your volcano's starting to look like a bottle in the middle of some paper.
Good. I think we need more glue in this mix. It just feels like water.
Give it a shake. You get the glue out. Oh, I regret handing you that.
Why?
Your hands are covered in stuff.
Blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Daddy.
If you need more glue, I've still got a lot of glue.
I still got a lot of glue in here too.
Do you want me to add more glue to it then?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's working okay. It just feels like water. It doesn't feel like glue at all.
But you want it to be quite thin.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good.
I'd also like to just quickly pivot to show the safety supervisor. She's just observing.
She's a good girl.
Why? What would your island be?
See, I think it would be tropical around the beach, and it would also have mountains, like a mountain range up near the volcano. And there would be forests. I don't know what it would be called, but
Oh, Little Island, clearly.
well, yeah, Baby Island. That's my biggest dream ever, to open up an ABDL resort on an island. I don't know if it'll ever happen. I would have to get really rich first in order to, buy an island.
Jeff Bezos, make it happen.
Jeff Bezos, pay me to open a resort for my one very specific fetish.
So do you have the paints you'll need to paint it?
I have brown watercolors.
You probably want poster paint though.
Okay. Oh,
We can pick them up from Bunnings.
Bunnings! Hammer Bun!
Have a burn!
It's like from Bluey.
You're gonna have like zero shot continuity here because the camera's been moved several times.
I I've never claimed to be a professional.
You just gotta massage it together.
Just gotta give it a squish.
Like, it's one of those ones you don't want to be very close to it though.
No. What, lava?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite hot.
Pretty hot, yeah. So I've been told anyway.
I heard a rumour.
Yeah. But who did you hear the rumour for? That's the most important thing.
My lava guy.
Your lava guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the guy that I go to with all my lava related inquiries.
Oh, that makes sense.
He knows his lava, I'll tell you that.
I wish I had a lava guy. Can I borrow yours?
Nah, he's exclusive.
Oh. How do you get a lava guy?
Well, first off, you have to show repeated interest in lava.
Which I'm doing right now. I'm making a volcano.
It's a good start. Are you going to start like shingling sheets on soon?
Mm-hmm. Oh no. That dried fast! Ew. Squish. Squish, squish, fish. I'm a little worried about the structural integrity. What do you think?
Oh, structural integrity of what? Like, what are you afraid of happening? Like, that is a possibility.
But it might not.
It might not. I think you're getting to the point in time where I would start tearing A4 paper into little sheets of paper.
Yep. I'm putting another support strut. Tonight's telly night!
It is.
Every Tuesday we go to our friend's house and watch telly. What are we watching right now, Daddy?
Westworld.
We're watching Westworld.
Oh, that's what we were watching. Then we finished season 1.
Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep going. It's good. I think I might do one more support beam.
Okay. I think you might have a better time if you put your paper not on the glue surface.
Maybe. Who knows? I guess we'll never know.
What are you doing now, darling?
Shingles. So I'm doing. We've finished all of the support bips, and now we're putting paper around the outside. Just strips of paper, and then we'll brush it down with a coat of glue, and then we'll put more strips of paper over the top of these strips of paper. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So just giving it a bit more unified shape.
Yep. It's just got so much character.
I mean, that is a good thing for a volcano to have, I guess.
Yeah. This bit's fun. So far my hypothesis is correct, that making volcanoes is fun. It's looking pretty nifty.
And you'll have to present your scientific report as an oral report.
Public speaking. It's different when it's to a camera. It's not scary. Because there's nobody, like, watching as you do it. What are some other things we could talk about?
I don't know. Have you ever made a volcano before?
I tried to once when I was a kid, but I didn't have the proper materials. And I think I ran out of glue. And my mum wouldn't buy me any more glue.
It does take a lot of glue.
Yeah. So I think I just made a big mess.
I mean, that's what a volcano is.
I'm stuck to the drop sheet.
Oh, Pepper. The supervisor disapproves.
She's got such a hard life. Poor girl.
She's the foreman of this project.
She gets paid the most and she gets to wear a hard hat.
No, hard hats are for when you do building videos.
Okay. Well, what are we gonna build?
Dunno.
Build me... Can we build a rocking horse? That would be amazing. He didn't answer, but he also didn't say no.
Like, maybe.
Yes. Maybe it's just a delayed no. We all know this.
I'm just thinking about how you would go about doing it best. Plywood, probably.
Cut out a horse. Cut out some bits for the horse to rock on. Put it together. Paint it pretty colours.
You'd have to do the painting part.
I can do the painting part. That sounds fun.
Your shingling is looking good.
Thank you.
So what have you decided on a name for your volcano?
Not yet. Mount Shingle. Probably not.
Wow, a few shingles really ups the production value of your volcano.
Right? It's got so many bumps. It's perfect.
So what's your volcano called?
Mount Sticky. No.
Is there going to be a town near your volcano?
I could make a little house out of popsicle sticks.
You could.
Yes.
Your volcano could be the volcano near your Slovenian's town.
Oh my gosh! Yes! I didn't even think of that.
And then you would have to issue an evacuate order before the volcano erupts.
Yeah. I think that's the fairest thing to do. I wouldn't want all of my Sylvanians to be caught in a volcanic explosion. But all my Sylvanians have already got a hard life because of the backstory I give them.
What's the backstory?
It's an orphan village.
It's an orphan village?
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't I tell you this?
No.
Oh, okay. It's an orphan village because whenever I buy them, I like to buy the baby blind bags. So we've got like 30 babies, which is way more than all of the adults that we have. And there's a whole bunch of them that are different, and they're different species than the grown-ups we have. So we have a whole bunch of...
Is this like one of those towns that a bunch of kids got sent to in World War II?
What? Is that a thing?
Yeah, in World War II, they had to evacuate London and stuff, and so they sent a bunch of kids to live in country towns with people.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot more kids than there were adults.
Kind of like that, yeah. But probably without...
It's the whole plot of Narnia.
Oh my gosh, so it is. Yeah. Like in the first book that they didn't make a movie out of, and I don't know why, because it's the best one.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Magician's Nephew?
It's a big part of all the books because it's why they're there in the first place.
Yeah, but I like the first one better.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, they probably have made a movie out of it at some point, but not a big one. Like I know they made one out of Prince Caspian.
That was a bad movie.
That was a bad movie, but it had that hot guy in it.
Who?
Ben Barnes.
I don't know who Ben Barnes is.
Okay, so when I was a teenager, I went through a phase of like watching a movie and going, that person's kind of hot. I'm going to look up what their name is and then look up what other movies they're in so I can watch them and go, hey, they're hot. And now that I'm an adult, we were watching Westworld and the credits were rolling and I was like, Ben Barnes, how do I remember that name? Oh my god, it's Prince Caspian. Prince Caspian's turned into a bum.
Oh, is he the guy that plays the dickhead?
The dickhead who tries to get his...
The writer boy.
What?
The writer.
Is he a writer?
The one
No. The black hat.
Oh. Oh!
Yeah, that's him. That's Prince Caspian.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about. Okay, so that's one layer done.
Yeah, so why are they all orphans
Oh,
in your
right.
village?
They're all orphans because we have a whole bunch of babies that don't match the species of the grown-ups. So we have a bunch of baby dogs, but we don't have any adult dogs. We have, like... Oh,
Yeah, bandit.
Yeah, but no, I don't have a bandit. I have a bluey and a bingo. I don't have a bandit. So me and Sweet Fetish decided that the town was an orphan because we have an absurd number of playgrounds and fast food places and tree houses and fun places to go. So we decided that it was like a really fun orphan town where the grown-ups that are there are just real nice and they look after all of the babies. And yeah. And it's good.
Seems like it. Have you ever done a tour of your Sylvanian town on a video?
No, because we haven't fully set up the bookcase in the other room.
Well, maybe if you're lucky, viewers, you'll get a tour of Orphan Town, USA.
It's not in the USA.
Orphan Town, AUS.
I don't know if it's in Australia either. I think it might be
Orphan Town,
Sylvania.
Canada.
Sylvania. They already have a country they live in. Also, Orphan Town would be a terrible name for a town.
Is the village the volcano Orphan Volcano? Is it a small volcano that's so small big and like it was orphaned from its mummy and daddy volcano?
Aww. Aww.
Why is it sad to have an orphan volcano but not an entire town of orphans?
Because they're happy.
Yeah, it's a happy volcano. It's got a bunch of orphans to play with.
I don't want to call it Mount Orphan.
Orphanovius?
No, it's Mount something.
Mount Fun Time.
Oh, I just thought of a joke.
What? Is the volcano where they send the orphans they don't want anymore?
No, that was even more dark than what I was going to say. Now I feel fine about saying what I was going to say.
What I was actually originally going to say is that the mountain is where they send people who are no longer orphans.
Oh my god.
Like once you age out of the town, you get just fed to the volcano.
Stop it, Daddy!
Is the town like Neverland? People don't age there? Or like, is it like Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children?
Cool. Yeah, it's like that. No, what I was going to say is there's a Bluey episode called Mount Mum and Dad where her and Bingo try to climb Bandit and Chili. And I could say that
so is this Mount No
Mum
Mum and Dad?
Which I thought was a horrible joke until you made yours, and now I feel like my joke was fine in comparison.
So I think the only problem with adding so many shingles is we're starting to lose a bit of the texture to the shingles. Because like the more mass we're adding on top of it, the more everything's kind of rounding out.
Yeah. But it just needs to have more layers.
It does. You could add more layers and add more mass though. So if you do like a few balls. Like balls or like a ribbon or something going down it.
Lava ribbon!
And then put more shingles on top of that.
Yeah. Smart. Alright, let's do that. Let's add more texture.
Maybe. It might not work. It might be disastrous.
It might be, but we won't know until we've tried.
Like one way or another, it's looking good.
Thanks.
There's no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
Aww.
You maybe want to do it on the side facing the camera?
I can do more than one featurey bit. You know?
How you going on glue mix?
Oh, fine. I was just thinking I've got a lot of glue.
Like you probably don't need it to go straight up the pepper. Hey Pepper. You probably don't need to go straight up the mountain. Like it could probably go windy.
It is.
Nice.
I'll turn around and show you guys in just a bit, but this looks awesome.
And I think that would just give a nice bit of texture if you put more shingles over it.
Yeah. I realise that we got a paintbrush, but I haven't used it at all.
I was wondering about that.
Well, when I've done paper mache in the past, they've given us paintbrushes. Because I think they want us to try to be tidy. And the last time I did paper mache I was at school.
Last time you did paper mache was with me.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, that's true.
Did you do the weird thing in school when you did the paper mache head?
What?
You like had a balloon and you covered it in paper mache and then you popped the balloon out and then you like painted a face on it.
Oh no, we made bears with that same technique. I want to do that. That's not really science though, that's art. I guess we could do little art
Craft
as well.
corner.
Yeah.
Little craft. That makes it sound like it's the craft of being a little.
Little craft, like one word. World of Little Craft is like Warcraft but little.
Is that your X-Fan fiction?
Amazing. No, I don't think so. I've never actually played Warcraft.
I'm CP.
You're sleepy.
Mm,
After this, maybe you should have a nap.
maybe.
Dad is too sleepy. He needs a nap.
The foreman's coming in to expect.
Hi, Foreman. I don't think she cares too much.
Also, science doesn't really have foremans.
No. That's like construction.
Maybe she's... I mean, we're constructing a volcano, so I suppose this is a construction portion.
Yeah, volcano construction. Perfect.
I guess she could be like the project manager.
Yeah. Project manager. Eh? So I saw a meme this morning that was... no, it wasn't a meme. It was just like a Twitter thread of people talking about this one teddy bear from IKEA. And Sweet Veg is going to IKEA today. So I was like, hey, look at this bear.
So what's special about the bear?
I think you need to look him up. I think if you look up IKEA bear meme, then it'll come up with the bear. He's a large, brown, huggable thing, and he's got, predictably, a Swedish name. And he's cute.
Is he just a brown bear?
Can I see what his name is? It's like Yul.
Bryn Bjorn?
Show me. No, that's not him. He's big.
Is he fat?
Yeah.
Jungle Skog?
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
He's a big fat bear.
Jungle Skog. He's beautiful. And I need him in my life.
I remember, I don't know if you would have had it in Australia or if it was like an international IKEA thing, but IKEA used to have flat bears
Yeah.
when I was growing up.
Like, what do you mean?
Like they had a bear, but it looked like a 2D bear. It was just like a 2D bear that had just been extruded. So it was like, it wasn't round and stuff like that. It had, like it's, yeah, it was flat.
Why?
And it was highly posable.
Cool.
Like it had like armature in it, so it would hold a pose that you put it in.
That's pretty cool. This guy, Jungle Skog, goes kind of flat too.
Who knows, but he's really fat.
Yeah. I just don't get how a bear in real life can be 2D and not be made of cardboard. Oh, like paper. Did you have one? Or are they just a thing that was popular?
I might have had one, I don't remember.
What was your favourite toy that you had when you were a kid?
I was a Bionicle kid.
Bionicle, yeah. What was your favourite one?
The green one.
The green one. Sick.
What about you? What was your favourite toy?
Oh.
You can't pick favourites, can you?
No, it's too hard. Also, like...
You are still a kid.
that. Also, when I was a kid, I liked different things all the time. Like, around Christmas time, there would be ads about something, and I would lose my mind over it and be like, I need this, I need it so bad. One of them was a pogo stick. I decided I really needed a pogo stick. And then I didn't weigh enough to jump on it and have it bounce. So I just sort of jumped on the pegs, but it wasn't enough to make the spring to press. So there's a home video of my dad holding me under my armpits while on this thing, and I'm just going, this is fun. So I had a pogo stick, but it didn't work. I needed this little, like, it was called VJ Stars, and it was a karaoke machine that had little I think that had little cartridges that you popped in there. And they had maybe 3 songs on the cartridge. And you plug the console into the computer with an AV cable, and it has a little camera in the front of it, so it puts you on the screen with the lyrics to the song on this terrible, like, monophonic version of the song that you were singing. And it had a microphone, and I got that for Christmas, and I loved it so much.
Which probably explains why you love going to sing at karaoke things so much now.
Yeah. It's just fun. I like it. Dolls. Like, every time a new kind of doll came out. Like, I had Barbies when I was a little girl, but my sister was really the Barbie one, so my sister loved Barbies. I had a baby doll named Shoo Shoo that was made by the same people that make baby borns, and when you put her pacifier in her mouth, she made, like, sucky pacifier noises. And I loved her. I carried her around everywhere. And I had a little pram with me that I pushed her around in. I love dressing up. Still love dressing up. Yeah. And playing imagination games. So when I was a kid, I was reading, like, Babysitter's Club books and Babysitter's Little Sister books, and a big part of that series is that there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood that everybody is friends with, and you all just gather together and play for a while. And I just thought that sounded like the most fun thing in the world, like living near some friends. So I'm like, okay, I've got to go make some neighborhood friends. So I dragged my sister with me because she didn't want to come because she was a very shy person, and she still is. Over to the next door neighbor's house, and we knocked very timidly on the door, and we're like, hi, we saw you had kids. Can we play with them, please? And that was it. I was like 6, and we were friends until they moved away. And I still see them every now and again. But we played imagination games down the backyard. We had this one game called Jungle Kids. So how it went was 2 of us, because there was two of us and 2 of them. So 2 kids would be like regular city kids who were on a plane that crashed into the jungle. There were no other survivors, just these 2 kids. And the other 2 kids would have been jungle kids who lived in the jungle. And the jungle kids found the city kids in the plane crash and taught them the ways of living in the jungle. And we made a clubhouse in a bush down the back of our yard, which just consisted of tying strings to the branches to mark, like, boundaries instead of walls, because we didn't know how to make a wall. We did well.
Good job.
Thank you.
How are you going on your shingles?
They're pretty shingly.
I reckon you don't need too many more.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause bear in mind, the more you add now, the longer it's going to take to dry.
I just want to add some more, like, featurey bits.
Okay.
You know? I'm going to make, over here, I'm going to make a lagoon. Well, I'm going to make a lagoon.
A lagoon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you ready?
So you're going to try and, like, make it so that your lava funnels into the lagoon?
Yeah.
Who's that world leader that apparently has a massive volcano in their house?
I've never heard of this. That's cool.
Apparently has a massive volcano that he doesn't let anyone see.
Do you know, like, what sort of place he's from?
Italy.
Ah. I don't know what the name of the leader of
Silvio
Italy is.
Berlusconi.
Ah. Cool.
Apparently his neighbours had to, like, call the cops once because...
His volcano erupted?
No, it's not like a natural volcano. It's like a man-made. Like he has a huge artificial volcano in his like back garden.
Why?
And like it sets off fireworks and stuff. And his neighbours called the cops and the fire brigade once because they were freaking out.
Wow.
But there's like no pictures of it or anything like that I've ever seen.
And how do we know he has a?
Because his neighbours called the fire brigade on him.
The fire police.
The fire police.
What's all this then? We've got reports of a fire, we have. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's Italy, it's not Britain.
Fire copper.
Hello, hello, hello.
Your lagoon's going to be very pretty.
Thank you.
So you still haven't settled on a name for your mountain, have you?
No.
Or have we settled on Mount No Mum and Dad?
No, mean.
Mount Disney Movie Parents.
Nah.
Mount Mufasa.
No. Mount Bambi's mum. Okay, stop. Stop.
Mount Lack of Bambi's Mum.
Oh my goodness.
Mount Wife from Up.
Mount the Earth in Wally.
You could call it like Mount Happiness.
Because the happiness is dead?
No. Because it embodies happiness.
Yeah.
I'm moving away from the dead parents jokes now.
Oh, okay, good.
I think you'll probably get a flatter lagoon if you move the scissors out from under the cardboard.
Slightly.
So is that going to be like a hot spring?
Oh, nice.
Are you going to build like a little like popsicle stick onsen?
Cute. Oh, now I just need to build
little monkeys.
Cute.
Doing good.
Thank you.
You're nearly there.
Mhm.
And then it's hand washing time.
Ew.
Probably bath time as well.
Ah.
That's a good looking lagoon.
Thank you. There's just a couple of holes and I'm plugging up. Hi, buddy. Hi. Okay. Just seeing if there's anywhere else I need to do a patch on. Can you see anything?
No, it all looks pretty good from my end.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so we need to let this dry for like maybe a day. Put it out in the sun and let it cook.
And then you have to paint it.
Yeah, and then I'll show you guys the painting. Thank you for watching the gloopy bit. We'll see you soon with the not so gloopy bit.
For our progress update on Mount...
All that's in there is shingle. All that's in there is Mount Shingle, and
It can be Mount Shingle.
I don't want it to be called Mount Shingle.
It's Mount Shingle now. It's canon.
Okay, Mount Shingle.
Hand washing time.
Hand washing time.
Always wash your hands after doing a craft.
And science. Hand washing time. Needle. Good enough?
Good job.
volcano is brown. This is a beach. This is the lagoon, and this is the ocean.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have any notes?
You gonna have drafts?
Yeah, definitely. Just waiting for some of the brown to dry.
No notes.
Gotta have some grass.
I profiled all the paddles.
Yeah?
Some of them are worse than others.
That's fair. Which one's the best?
I'll come show you.
Daddy's making paddles out of resin. They still need
Yeah.
polishing up and everything like that. But they've come out really cool. Like,
Right now, they have had the first like profile grind. They need to go back in, and
that's gonna turn out
obviously all these
gorgeous.
scratch lines need to go before they can be polished.
Yeah, but like,
But my belt grinder is getting hot enough that I can smell it burning through my mask, which is not good.
oh yeah, maybe.
I need a better belt sander.
Yeah. Happy birthday! Have a belt sander. Remind me. I think he's done a really awesome job. There's ow. Oh, maybe he hasn't done an awesome job. Maybe I shouldn't be encouraging this naughty behavior. He also made one that was, what color was it meant to be? The honey one?
Red.
It was meant to be red, but it turned out yellow, and it was full of bubbles, so it kind of looked like honeycomb. So I personally love it. So that's the one that I would keep out of all of them. But the one I showed you is the one he's the most proud of. I'm really proud of him too. He's a beautiful man, and he's so talented. toothpaste gets very, very hot.
If you're going to be working with the elephant's toothpaste, be safe and make sure that after you pour it, you take measures to be away from it while it reacts until it cools down.
GTFO. Did you hear that, Pepper? Out the way. Good girl.
Pepper needs a slow-mo guy shirt too.
Well, I don't know if I could get her to wear a slow-mo guy shirt. According to Sweet Fetish, this is my slow-mo guy's outfit. What do you think? I think
Science outfit.
science outfit. I glued all the trees on and I glued the rocks on, and this is PVA glue that's dried in the lagoon. So it looks like a real lagoon.
And your volcano's in the middle of an ocean, so no innocent civilians will be harmed.
Yep, it's the only ocean for the only land for miles. So we're gonna get started with pouring the chemicals.
Alright, so we're adding in very carefully the hydrogen peroxide. 2 bottles.
3% solution.
So we're using 3% solution. So it's a bit more reactive. It's a bit less reactive, but it's a bit more safe to use, because if you use 6% solution, it reacts more. But the bleach, there might be some of the bleach left in. Whereas if you use 3% solution, it's more likely that all of the bleach will react out.
Science man.
Then next thing we're going to add is the food colouring. So we want to add over 10 drops of this. We don't really have a dropper, so I'm just going to pour in. That's probably, well, maybe probably too much. And then dish soap. The dish soap is what makes it foamy. So it would be far less impressive if you didn't add this. And we want to add, because of the amount we're doing, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of dish soap. So if we were only doing 1 bottle, we would only add 1 tablespoon of dish soap. Then you would normally want to get the Volcano and give it a swirl around. So that's what we'll do next. So if you were doing it in a bottle, it would be a lot easier, but because we're doing it in this, we're going to have to pick up the entire Volcano. And then we'll give it there's an earthquake before the volcano goes off. That's what's happening right now.
I didn't glue down all the rocks.
Just one lonesome rock. And we're going to hope that that's mixed up enough. If the reaction sucks, we know it wasn't.
Okie dokie. Now we're going to retreat to a safe distance before we add the catalyst, which is yeast. It's almost time to make this go boom. Aww.
Oh, it's still impressive. Admittedly, it's less impressive than you wanted it to be.
Oh, that's such a letdown. Well,
It did what you wanted. It went down into the lagoon.
it's still kind of,
Reacting.
yeah.
I think it looks really satisfying.
Oh no, the island is covered in lava! Okay, I'm running out of spaces to put handprints. There's one like, I'm gonna put a handprint on me every time I do some sort of sciencey thing. So then I'll remember all of the fun sciencey things that I've done. I hope you guys like this little science video. If you can think of any other sciencey things that you'd like to see us try, let us know in the comments. And I'm going to put a big long extended version of like the making of the volcano and everything onto my Patreon. So jump on there and if you want to have a look at that. I think that it's a bit interesting, but I may be a little bit biased. No, Peppy, no. No, I got used hands.
I mean, the yeast's not really the problem there.
No, not really. Blah, 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 blah. What else did I have to say?
You've said the Patreon.
I said the Patreon.
You said have fun.
I said...
You said go do some science.
Go do science and have fun. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
We have to say goodbye to Mount Shingle because it's leaking. And it's covered.
Oh no.
It's
There's-
covered in lava.
There's blood in the water.
Oh no!
Alright. Lead the way.
Okay. Goodbye, Mount Shingle. You're a very good volcano.